Today's fitness tips will be by Mr. Michael Phelps, Mr. Olympian himself. Michael Phelps, the best swimmer ever. The end. What else can I say? Come on now. Action!
I think like the best athletes are people who don't let anything stand in their way. Whether it's stuff on or off the field, whether it's sickness, soreness, whatever it is, you know, like they just don't let anything stand in their way. There's no excuses.
I think what makes Michael elite is his focus and consistency. Obviously he has physical tools to work with, but what makes him elite and separates him from the other people is his work ethic.
He's not doing the amount of aerobic training that he once was, and the aerobic training burns a lot more calories, but also suppresses a lot more testosterone, so he's not getting as big. Now he's doing a little bit more anaerobic, more power, a little more strength. It's just an isometric hang, really working on strengthening his scapula stabilizers. He's engaging his psoas and his hip flexors there. Throwing in a little bit of explosive ball toss, which we're trying to replicate his underwaters on his butterfly kick. He's holding his arms up high, which is challenging his forearm grip, but he's in close to a streamlined position, causing the power from his hips, which he would do on his walls. All I'm trying to do is have him be able to keep his back, his spine in a neutral position and be able to connect his shoulder to his opposite hip. And that way we're not getting too much sway from his pelvis, just strengthening that area. When we did those explosive jumps, what we try and do here is we're trying to make Michael's walls the best they can be. Optimally, we want him 6 kicks off every wall and exploding up, and so he's going to have tension during all points of contact. So when he's down his lowest point, usually people have a latency period, so there's no resistance. Those bands are pulling him down, so he's still got to fight that. And obviously at the highest point, they're still pulling him down. We did some sled work, which is just overloading the entire body. If he's not staying engaged, if he's not driving through his hips up to his shoulders, you'll start to see some arching in his back. 20 steps is what he found close equated to the 200s of the strokes, which Michael does a decent job at, I think. And in the pulling stuff, I think the TRX is a great piece of equipment, but now we can actually load it and do some of those shoulders. Again, we're coming back to strengthening that shoulder blade. So again, how he can use his legs and his hips to keep his shoulders attached to his spine. His body weight is within 2 pounds of what he was in Beijing. He's trimmed down a little bit, so he's a little bit less percent body fat, and he's also increased his lean body mass.
Wake up at probably 6:15, go to the pool, swim from 7 to 9, lift 3 days a week, 9 to 10, lift Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Have afternoon workout, either it's 2 to 4 or 4 to 6. So it's wake up, swim, eat, sleep, swim. It's about my typical day. Nothing too exciting. The better the gear, the faster you run and the faster you swim.
Up.
It's that little extra bit that makes that big difference.
The Under Armour Recharge suit. And this is a compression suit that's designed to be worn after a practice, game, or a workout. Helps the body recover.
Whether it's when I'm traveling overseas, after a workout, after a meet, I sleep in it. So it's just like, it's like little things, you know, that I'm finding the older I get, I need to pay attention more to the smaller things that are going to make a big difference. And you know, for me, recovery is so big. When I compete, I swim, and then I get a massage, then I ice bath, I put it on, and in the morning I go back and take a nap. So I take a nap with it on, and I do the same after the finals, and I just sleep in it.
The biggest thing that he's noticing, one, the decrease in those kind of day-to-day aches and pains, but also the readiness to jump back in the pool or the gym and compete at a high level. You know that feeling when you have that on day or you have that off day? Those off days tend to go away. And again, you're not sure exactly why, but wow, what a difference you can tell when you wear it and when you don't.
It's part of what I do, so it feels normal to me. And it's comfortable though, that's another thing. So, you know, it helps me sort of be recovered, feel refreshed the next day, and that's something that It's always good on the body, but it's also good in the mind too.
Up. There you go. Good. Come on.
I don't eat anywhere close to what I used to eat. It's toned down a lot, and I probably don't eat as much junk food as I did back in the day.
I think the 12,000 calories was a little exaggerated. It sort of grew. I think that we try to educate him as much as we can about nutrition, but that's a piece of the puzzle that he basically takes care of.
If I want something, I eat. If I want this, I eat that. I don't have a specific diet. I'm trying to keep weight on and just maintain weight. I think that's hard enough. I'm trying to get everything that I need in a day is challenging.
I do think he has very good basics in terms of getting all the nutrients and vitamins he needs. He does take a couple vitamin supplements because we think things like vitamin D we found that he's deficient in, so I think that that's been helpful. But in general, his nutrition is sound. I wouldn't say it's perfect, but I think it's pretty good. I just think we have to watch his total calories. I'm concerned about him losing weight. What happens is Michael has very high metabolism, so that if his calorie level does go below a certain level, he starts to lose weight. So we monitor his weight pretty carefully.
It's just like a car. If you put high performance fuel in there, you're going to get a better performance out of your car. I guess with age, I've been able to learn just a lot of stuff, from other people or just trial and error. It's true. The higher octane fuel you put in your system, the faster you go, the better you perform.
The elevators.
Today's fitness tips will be by Mr. Michael Phelps, Mr. Olympian himself.